What's going on? Happy Friday. Hopefully you made it to the end of the week. Let's go. Let's go. Look, I know for y'all on YouTube, you're probably like, what you got going on? Well, one, I'm comfortable. Okay. It's super cold in this house. My family likes to freeze me. So I'm wrapped up in a blanket. Yes, I am. I see you, Professor MD. It's just welcome in. Happy Friday, y'all. So, I know that's not the normal aesthetic for YouTube. And if that's the case, then, y'all can bounce out, not watch the video. That's fine. You can miss out on a good conversation because I'm not having the setup like a podcaster on YouTube. It's all good. I'm not tripping. But look, so I want to talk about Bitcoin, but before I talk about Bitcoin, all I'm hearing is SpaceX. Rightfully so, because they did have their IPO today. What was the price? It ended up the high for today. It went up to like 1.7. Hold on, let me see. Let me go back to it. SPCX. So let me go back to it. I see you, Habil. Welcome in, HN. Welcome in, Baby Crypto. I see you. Welcome in. Happy Friday. So the high today for SpaceX, it went up to $176.55. That's roughly, because I'm just looking at it. And then it closed today at $160. I got a question for y'all. For those of y'all that are tuning in, I see you, MJ. Welcome in, DJ Jerome in the house. I see you. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Did anybody buy into, like invest early before the IPO? Did anybody invest early? I'm curious. I ain't curious. I'm nosy. Wealthy girl. Welcome in. And if you did not invest in early, right, into SpaceX, I do want to know, did you buy today when it IPO? Okay. I'm curious. I really am curious. What's going on? Woo, Sprint, welcome in. Santo, welcome in. Wealthy girl, thank you for liking the live. I see you. I appreciate you, Joe. Welcome in. Happy Friday, y'all. Swift, I see you. Welcome in. Happy Friday. Bree, welcome in. I don't know if they said Bree, my bad. BR Bree. So, yeah, I'm just going to say Bree, child. I'm sorry if I'm messing it up. Johnny, welcome in. Happy Friday. Yeah, I'm curious. Like, y'all, what y'all do? Or are you that person that's like, nah, I'm not even buying into that because I've invested into some other things. So, I'm making my money in other areas. I did not buy into it. First of all, I didn't have access to get into it early. And then second of all, I was not going to just buy on the day that the IPO. Doesn't make sense to me. I've seen historically what happens that just to me doesn't make sense. It's like you're throwing away money because the people that's been holding forever, they're like, all right, it's time for me to get some of my profit, right? So yeah, I see you, the real St. Louis. Michelle, welcome in. Julian, I see you. The Phoenix Rising, welcome in. Happy Friday. What the girl said, my money is at crypto, specifically XRP. That's what's up. I love it. Julia, welcome in. I see you. Creebs, I see you. Lee's TT, welcome in. Okay, so sounds to me like y'all are like, Deanna, I don't care about no SpaceX. So we just gonna move right along. What's going on? Chris, I see you. One Trade, I see you. Welcome in. Happy Friday, y'all. So as you're coming in, y'all keep tapping the screen, okay? Help out. I see you, the Phoenix Rising. Welcome in. Happy Friday to you too. Lenny, I see you. Welcome in. Happy Friday. So as you're coming in on TikTok, y'all tap the screen. I really appreciate it. Share the live. If you've been here before, for sure, share the live. Repost as well. Even if you have not been here before, but you want to have the conversation, you want to talk about why Bitcoin was created, talk about blockchain, look at some charts together. If you want to do those things with me on this Friday evening, listening to some 90s throwback R&B, you know what I'm saying? Then, let's go. Go ahead, repost, so that way more people can have the conversation with you. They can join in with you. Diesel, that's my dog name right here. He over here snoring too, y'all. So if you hear like some loud snoring sounds, that's my dog. He had the anesthesia. He had an appointment today, so he had the anesthesia. And so he kind of loopy or whatever. Brown Eyes, thank you so very much for the follow. I appreciate you. Steve, I appreciate you. Thank you for that repost. Jen, welcome in. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to everyone. So yeah, I'm also live on YouTube. I already know YouTube is more, they may fool with me. They may not, because I'm not over here with the big pretty background and the microphone and stuff. Yeah, I don't do that. I'm not that person. Y'all see I'm wrapped up in my blanket because they freezing me in this house. They are freezing me. The other day I had on my hoodie. It was 101 degrees today in Louisiana. 101. And so I'm sitting here on Tuesday with a hoodie because I was cold. Today I'm sitting here wrapped up in my blanket because I'm cold. Because they are freezing me in this house. My family is like hot bodies. So anyway, so let's get to it. I wanted to talk to all my beginners out there. Thank you for the share, the Phoenix Rising. I appreciate you. The crypto chick is in the building. Hey, did y'all get to go to the panel? The crypto panel that she had on Wednesday. Did anybody get to attend? If y'all did, let me know. Type it in the chat like me. I was there. Type it in the chat if you attended. Yeah, the Phoenix Rising said, yep, man, when I say that was dropping some, this is why you have to have conversations. Thank you so very much for the hand hearts. I appreciate you, CC. So listen, y'all give CC a follow from here. There's a lot of copycat accounts out there. Thank you for the roses too. There's a lot of copycat accounts out here, y'all. So I don't want y'all to get got. So only follow from the live stream. Please don't sit here and respond to anyone that sends you a message after you, like right after you follow her, okay? Because it's gonna happen. There's gonna be some copycat accounts that's gonna follow you as soon as you follow her, and then they're gonna send you some DMs. Y'all ignore them, okay? Please ignore them. Don't get got out here on TikTok. But yeah, that panel was so good. I loved it. I'm glad that y'all was able to tune in and get some knowledge, get some gems, some takeaways, and hopefully y'all follow those gentlemen because they do share a whole lot of information. Okay, I followed. Well, I was at the end, so like Crypto Glenn, Crypto Stock Markets, which is my guy. Who else? I think it was JB. There was somebody else that I saw towards the end, and I already followed him too. But yeah, so anyway, let's go. Let's go. Yes, ma'am. I sure will. Street, yes. That's the other one. Thank you, the Phoenix Rising. So yeah, most definitely. What's going on, Land? I see you. Welcome in. Happy Friday. So look, y'all, we're gonna talk about crypto with some 90s tunes in the background. Hopefully y'all can hear it. If y'all can hear it, let me know. Give me the thumbs up emoji in the chat if y'all can hear the music. Because we gonna vibe out. This is a space for us to be comfortable, have these conversations. No judgment, okay? Cool. All right, so that means y'all here in bold talking about hold on to your crypto. Hold on to your seed phrases. Hold on to your crypto. Hold on to your seed phrases. Let's go. So I'm calling all my beginners out there. Okay, those of you that are new to the cryptocurrency market, you put some money in, but you don't really know what you're doing. Okay, maybe you are curious about crypto. You hear about it, but you don't really know what it is. You're that person that's saying, "Man, everybody talking about Bitcoin. What the heck is this thing? I can't touch it. So why should I put my money in? I can't trust that it's gonna do. Like, how do I make money off of this? That's another question I get. How do I make money off of this? Right? It's digital. I can't touch it. I can't see it." Well, you can't touch your stocks either, baby. But guess what? You put money into the stock market. Am I right or wrong? Can y'all touch y'all stocks? Like, touch the actual stock that you have purchased in the stock market. Not the product. Not the service. Can you touch the actual stock? Yes or no? Lance said, right. No, that's right. So let's work on our thinking. Okay. I said not the product. The product is the car for Tesla. Okay. The product is the car for Tesla. So no, you cannot touch the stock. not the product of the stock, not the service. Cool. I got you. It's all good. It's all good. So yeah. So I want to talk to my beginners in crypto. For those of you that have been in the crypto space for a minute, and you know, more than likely you're going to be able to chime in. I'm all for all of us helping each other out. That's why I say people are my battle buddies. Those of you that are consistently here and show up every single Tuesday and Friday when I go live, y'all my battle buddies. Okay, we got to make sure each other's good. There are some people who do not know why Bitcoin was created, what problem it solves, or what problem it intended to solve. What is blockchain? Like, how in the world do we understand these things that we are told that we should be investing in, or at least researching, right? So before I explain what Bitcoin is, I do want to ask y'all a question, okay? If you can type in the chat, that would be great. Keep tapping the screen, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Keep tapping the screen, share, repost, do all of that stuff. And also let me know where you're tuning in from. Put your city, put your state, put your country. If you're not in the United States, that would be awesome. Okay. So I want to ask y'all a question, right? On YouTube and on TikTok. If somebody, let's say somebody stopped you in a grocery store, right? Tomorrow, Saturday. So if they stopped you in a grocery store tomorrow and asked you, like, what problem was Bitcoin created to solve? Could you answer them? I see you, Lance, say, Bam in the house. Let's go. Welcome in. Say, what about the certificate of ownership of the stock? Okay. If you have that, but how many people have that for you, Steve? But yeah, so if somebody was to stop you in the grocery store, all right, would you be able to answer them if they say, hey, look, what problem was Bitcoin created to solve? Would you be able to answer them? Okay. And if you can't answer them, don't feel bad, because there are a lot of people that cannot answer it. Okay. If you can, like, who was that? Notorious A said yes. All right. So if you can, that's awesome. Okay. Protect your cup said money printing. Okay. If you can answer, that's great. All right. If you can't, that's okay. That's why we had these conversations. That's why we go live. We don't use large terminology, in jargon that is well known in the crypto space. We're going to break stuff down to where the average person gets it. Okay. Because not everybody is an active investor. All right. If somebody asks you what is blockchain, can you answer them? I did. Thank you, Disco. My daughter wanted me to wear my fro. So guess what? That's what I'm doing. So if somebody asks you what is blockchain, can you answer that? Right? Again, if you can explain it, awesome. If you can't explain it, it's okay. That's why we're here. Right? Yeah, he said peer-to-peer payment. That's for Bitcoin. Yep, without the middleman. Right? See, there y'all go. These big words. What does immutable? This is not me being funny. This is me being straight up. All right. I don't like having to think about what's the dictionary definition of that word. I'm serious, y'all. I'm one of those people. When I'm on TikTok, I don't want to have to sit here and this is not no knocking on anyone. Okay? But Leona wants to be able to understand exactly what you're saying and not have to think like, oh shoot, what does that word mean? Because it's not a word that is commonly used every single day. See, Disco Superfly, a digital ledger. We know digital, easy, boom. Ledger, we got the visual of that. See what I'm saying? Now, like I said, y'all, there's no judgment. If you're a person that's like me, okay, you don't want to sit here and be like, if y'all go with these words, let me pull out the dictionary. let me go on Google and ask define immutable code. What does that mean? I'm not, not you. I'm just saying, like, that's just me. So if you like me, we together. We here. Okay, we here. It's all good. All right. So Because I'm pretty certain there's a large number of people that are buying crypto that can't explain either one. I want y'all to think about how we've had millions of people that have bought Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies without fully understanding what it is, what problem it intends to solve, or what it was created to solve. Okay, so that's why we're having this conversation, because in 2026, y'all, we are choosing intention over fear. That's our theme, y'all. We're choosing intention over fear. We're choosing education always. Thank you, Steven. See, come on, Steve, put it in there for me. I appreciate you. See you looking out for me. Immutable equals cannot change the content written in the database. Thank you. See, now I would have just said something like that, instead of writing something in pencil and you can change it, typing something in a computer and you can erase it. It is typed into a database, pretty much, that's locked and stored and cannot be changed by anyone. You know what I'm saying? Like that if I could say that, that's the type of stuff I would say, right? But I appreciate you, Steve, helping us out. All right, Keyshawn, welcome in. Happy Friday. So yeah, so like I said, we have these conversations, right? So we can make sure that everybody's taken care of. Okay, we're choosing in 2026. We're choosing to understand before we invest. Okay, got it? Good. So for those of y'all that are new to me, yes, I thank you so very much for saying hello back, Keyshawn. I appreciate you. I see you, Sean. Okay. So for those of y'all that are new to me, okay, because there are some names in here I've never seen before. So I appreciate y'all for coming in. Welcome. Happy Friday, all that good stuff. Hopefully this is not your only time coming to this live stream. Hopefully you learned something tonight. If you like what you hear, if you like the vibe, if you like the music, if you like to be able to just chill, come pull up, put your covers, put on your pajamas, grab your favorite drink. Okay, I'm drinking water. Okay, I have water, but grab your favorite drink. Let's have a conversation. Let's learn about crypto together. Okay, I got a YouTube. Y'all might not rock with the comfortable vibe, and that's okay. But we're here. All right. I'm currently living in the state of Louisiana. Hey, crypto stock markets is in the hills. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, y'all. Listen, give crypto stock markets a follow. Give him a follow. I was trying to do it. Hold on. Let's see if I can pin it. There we go. Y'all, give crypto stock markets a follow from the live stream if you have not done so yet. He was on the panel with CC Crypto Chick on Wednesday with some other brilliant gentlemen in the crypto space, and they were dropping gems. Okay, like I was taking notes when I got on there because I was like, "What is that? What is that?" The good thing is for typing it in the chat because I wasn't the only one that was like, "What is that?" Okay, so I learned some stuff on Wednesday, child. So hopefully you did too. And if you want to continue to learn more, then give Crypto Stock Markets a follow from this live stream. Don't wait until after, y'all, because you're gonna mess around and run into one of them copycat accounts, and then they're gonna be stalking you and sending you all kind of random DMs, asking you dumb questions, and you're gonna be getting irritated. They're gonna have to block them and all that. Now you won't be able to find Crypto Stock Markets because all the copycats are gonna be coming to you. So do it from the live stream, okay? You're welcome. You're welcome, Crypto Stock Market. So yeah, so for those of you, like I said, that are new to me, I go live on Tuesdays and Fridays now, talking about cryptocurrency, doing my best to break it down to where anyone, okay, that is an adult, okay, even our teenagers out there, like, middle school, like 8th grade and above, my goal is to be able to break it down so easy that a kid in middle school can understand it, okay? So, yeah, see, anytime you talk about money, Crypto Stock Market said I got a copycat out there now. So when you talk about money, boy, you trying to help people out. Then here come the fake ones. Oh well, y'all know who I am. And I only have one account y'all, people like Crypto Stock Markets and Crypto Babysitting and CC and Cosmic and Bullish Babe, all of them, boy, they got like millions. I know I'm exaggerating. Oh shoot, but they got a whole bunch of them on TikTok, child. I'll be like, God, dog, can y'all stop following me? I'm just blocking every single day. Yes, okay, my bad. You being literal and technical like my child on the app on TikTok. In here, yes, it's a whole bunch of copycats on TikTok. So yeah. So for those of you that don't know, my bad. I gotta get back. See, because I did this on Tuesday. I was like, shh, squirrel. I gotta stay focused. So 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 yeah. For those of you that don't know, I got introduced to cryptocurrency back in 2017. I was told to trade crypto. Okay, new is that New Zealand? Oh, Lord, I'm about to mess it up. That's one of them countries I mess it up all the time. I feel like I'm messing it up. New Zealand, New Zealand, New Zealand. I be adding letters and stuff, so don't shoot me, okay? Don't get mad at me. Oh, but I see you. He say been stacking Bitcoin since 2019. That's what's up. I love it. Let's go. Uh, so yeah. So for those of you that don't know, I got introduced to cryptocurrency in 2017. I was told to trade it, but y'all ain't tell me like how to really do it. It was just go open up. This is how it went, y'all. Real quick. This is how it went for those of you that's new to me. The guy told my husband that we should be trading crypto, right? He made all this money trading crypto, blah, 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 right? So he was like, what you need to do is, number one, open up a Coinbase account, buy some Bitcoin. Okay, cool. That's what we did. He said, after you buy your Bitcoin, you need to open up a Binance account and then send the Bitcoin to Binance. Okay, cool. We did that. Then he said, that's when you start trading cryptocurrencies. I'm like, but which ones are we doing and how are we trading it? Like, how do we trade? Like, that's it. Like, that's all the information you give us. That's why I don't do that here, y'all. Okay, I do my best to give you step by step. Okay, and do my best to answer questions. And for my people who have been here for a minute, who have been investing for a minute, I appreciate you all coming in and you sharing things so that way the people who are new, right, they can, hear from someone else as well. So we're able to tag team and help everybody out. Okay. Thank you so very much for joining, Heather. I see you. Welcome in. Happy Friday. So pretty much I've been in since 2017, but I became a serious investor in 2020 because that's when I was reintroduced to it to learn what to look for, how to set up my accounts, security first, which is none of that was talked about when I was introduced to it in 2017, which security is really, really big, y'all. And I hope you're taking that serious as well. We'll get into that eventually, but yeah. So that's it. So pretty much I got involved in 2020. I was taught what to look for. I was taught how to set up my portfolio. And not only that, I was reminded to remain a student in this ever evolving market. And that is what I'm going to consistently remind you all of, is being a student always, because that's how you're going to make more money in the long run in any asset you invest in. Okay. So that's the reason why today I teach the way that I teach. And hopefully, Mr. Gus, it's been a minute. Boy, where you been? Happy Friday. Glad to have you here. Okay. But that's why I teach the way that I teach, right? Thank you so very much for the follow, Essential. And hopefully what I share tonight helps you and also encourages you to stay a student as well. Cool. All right, so let's do this. Disclaimer, thank you so very much for the rose. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm cold. I'm sorry. So if you see me, I'm wrapped up in my blanket, okay, because I'm cold. My family, they be freezing me. So I gotta stay warm. All right. So a quick disclaimer, y'all. This live stream is for educational purposes only, y'all. I do not give financial advice because at this moment I am not a licensed financial advisor. I can give you basic information, but I cannot tell you what to buy. I cannot tell you when to buy. Okay. The only thing I can do is tell you what I am doing, why I'm doing it, and give you some life lessons as an investor, but you take the information and you do what you will with it. I would suggest strongly that you take that information and do more research, okay? Researching, studying, going down a rabbit hole, all of those things are going to help you to make an informed decision on how you want to deploy your money. Thank you so very much, Mr. Gus. I appreciate you. D5, what's going on? Welcome in. Happy Friday. Glad you could join us. All right, so that's it. If you appreciate, okay, beginner-friendly content, education, we're talking about cryptocurrency, I want you to tap the screen, y'all. Thank y'all so very much for getting this live to almost 5K. We can get it to 5K real fast. Been here for close to 30 minutes. So let's get it to 5K real fast. Cheryl, welcome in. Happy Friday. Tap the screen, tap it up on TikTok. Thank y'all for the 5K. There it is. Look at y'all. Dad supported dads. I appreciate you. Heather, Steve, I appreciate you. Thank y'all so very much for liking the live. Thank y'all. So continue to tap the screen, share, and repost on TikTok, okay? If you're not comfortable with sharing because you just peeked in from the FYP, and you're like, I don't know you like that, Leona, then you can always just repost. That's what I do. I repost all the time. Thank you for that Heart Me Dad supported dads. I appreciate you. Okay? On YouTube, y'all, if you haven't given a thumbs up yet, please go ahead, give it a thumbs up. All right, especially if you like the conversation. And then share. Say, are you trading crypto or holding or both? I used to trade Bitcoin specifically only, but because I've made the transition from Forex to futures, I'm only trading gold futures right now. So, because I'm getting comfortable with trading futures. So, no, right now I'm only holding crypto. Eventually, I'll go back to trading, but right now I got to get my footing, with one thing. So I don't want to mess around and lose my money. I don't like losing money. Contrary to popular belief, I know I'm in a risky market, but I'm not a fan of just sitting here just throwing my money out there, okay, when I'm transitioning. So, yeah, I'm only doing one right now, which is holding cryptocurrency. So, yeah, thank you for the question, though. So, yeah, and then what I said. Oh, on YouTube, if you have not subscribed yet, I noticed I have a bunch of y'all that come and watch these videos, the shorts and all that stuff on my YouTube channel, but y'all don't be subscribed, man. Like, I thought y'all liked me. So go ahead, subscribe, okay? And then hit that notification bell so you know when I'm going live. If you cannot stay the whole time on TikTok, I am recording this on YouTube. I'm live right now on YouTube, and the video will stay up, okay? Baron, I see you. Thank you so very much for the follow. That's Prosperity Calls on YouTube. If you cannot stay the whole time on TikTok, you can always tune in and watch the replay, the parts that you missed on YouTube. Fast forward, rewind, pause, whatever you need to do. Okay? So if you're new to crypto, brand spanking new, you haven't been here that long, you put a little bit of money in, you don't know what you're doing, I want you to grab that free crypto beginner checklist. Again, that is free. Free 99. This checklist was created specifically for beginners who want to understand before investing. There are questions that are going to be asked of you to answer honestly to help you to decide if you are ready to invest or if you need to push pause because you got some things that you need to get in order. Okay? I want you to make money, but also save your money at the same time. Can we do both? I think we can do both. Okay, so the link is in my bio for those of y'all on TikTok, and it's also in the description box on YouTube. Okay, there's that. Thank you so very much. Look, Crypto Babysitting here. What's going on, girl? Let's go. Y'all give Crypto Babysitting a follow. I was just on her page yesterday, I want to say, and I was looking. I was like, dog, it's been a minute since I've been on here. She got so much information for beginners. I'm talking about step by step. Y'all give her a follow from the live stream because she got the copycat accounts on TikTok as well. So don't get got. All right. So it's a lot of information, y'all. You can literally just go down and then you just go in order. 1, 2, 3. Seriously, it's gonna be very, very helpful. So go ahead and give her a follow right now, especially for my beginners, y'all. This is another avenue for you. All right. So, Yes, ma'am. I'm all for the step by step. I love that. I love that. That is awesome. Thank you for the roses too. I appreciate you. So yeah, so I understand like I do my best to talk about things in the crypto space in a different way that helps you as a beginner. Because something I noticed, like I went and I was doing some research, and what I see on people's pages as far as like crypto educators go, crypto influencers, so on and so forth, right? They start with like, what is Bitcoin? You know, but I personally think we need to start somewhere else, and that's thinking about like, why was it created? Fayel, I think that's how you say it. Thank you so very much for the follow. I appreciate you, right? Why was Bitcoin created? Because every invention solves a problem, right? Am I right or wrong? Every invention solves a problem. So think about it. Like, okay, we drive a car, right? Well, our cars solve the transportation problem. Okay? We all have phones. More than likely, you're watching me on a phone. Okay? Phones solve a communication problem. Got it? Y'all forgive the sound. My dog, y'all gonna hear him snoring. He got medicated today. He went under anesthesia, so he's still trying to shake back, y'all. So you might hear him snore. Okay. The internet. Ooh, the internet, right? The internet. BK Crypto, what's going on? Boom! What's up? BK Crypto is in the building, y'all. Give BK Crypto a follow. Listen, BK Crypto be putting me on to some stuff. You know what I'm saying? And he may not, put everything in the live streams, but he be sending me some stuff on the side, and I'll be like, thank you. I appreciate you. Put me on, you know what I'm saying? So I love, that's why we battle buddies, y'all. We battle buddies. Angela, welcome in. Happy Friday. We battle buddies. All right. We got to make sure we all take care of each other. There's more than enough money for every single one of us. There's no shortage of cash. Okay. So back to, Bitcoin, why Bitcoin was created. What problem was Bitcoin created to solve, right? So like I said, like every invention solves a problem. So the internet, right? The internet solved an information access problem, right? Like, okay, for my 80s babies out there, hey, okay, we used to have to go to the library. We used to have to open up the yellow pages to find phone numbers to different businesses to order, food, things of that nature. We had the white pages to find someone's number, right? We used to have to do that. If you were fortunate and you had the money, child, okay, because we done had the money. I grew up poor, not poor, poor, child. P-O apostrophe. You hear me? not the four letters, okay? But if you were fortunate enough and your parents had the money, you had them the Britannica sets, right? The encyclopedias in your house. So you had a ton of information at your fingertips. Well, the internet has helped us to be able to get, you say Southern Poe. Right. Southern Poe, child. Okay. So the internet solved that problem though. How many of y'all going to the library today? I'll wait. What's the frequency in which a kid today goes into the library? Okay? Like, not in their school. I'm talking about outside of school. Because we used to go to the library, like our city library, right? So, outside of school, what's the frequency in which you go to a library today? Do you take the time to go sit here and buy those Britannica sets? Do they even sell those things anymore? The Britannica sets anymore? The crypto babysitter said like never. Dad said never they use AI for real. I saw a reel, y'all, of like a kid saying it was a Gen Zer asking like, how did y'all write papers back then? Like, geez, you talking about like you didn't have internet like that, da, 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 like because we used to go to the library, child. We had to go research. Okay, but let me get back on track. Okay, so pretty much every invention solves a problem. All right, so ultimately Bitcoin was created to solve trust and transfer problems. Trust and transfer problems, because before Bitcoin, moving things of value, our cash, right, moving things of value required a middleman, a bank, a financial institution of sorts, a payment processor. Does everyone agree or disagree? Prior to Bitcoin, we had to go through a middleman. Would you agree or disagree? Hey, she said, I haven't seen the Britannica in a long time. Right. I ain't seen that in forever. Forever, ever. Right. Right. So everybody agreeing. Okay. So pretty much Bitcoin introduced a different idea. Bitcoin was created to allow people like me and you to send money directly to one another without needing a middleman. So, Steve, if I wanted to send you some money, right? I'm not saying I'm going to use Bitcoin because I have learned my lesson, child. Okay? But but Bitcoin in essence allowed me to be able to send Steve money in a matter of minutes instead of having to go through a middleman, Western Union back in the day, your bank, whatever, and have to wait days for that money to get to the person that you want to send it to. Does that make sense to everybody? Sometimes people don't understand the difference between information and value. I got you. Right? So Bitcoin was created to allow us to be able to send that money directly to one another without that middleman, right? So there's no bank needed for me to send it to you. Okay? There's no wire transfer department for me to send it to you. There's no business hours. Okay? There's no business hours. It's just a digital way to transfer value. All right? So hopefully you all see that the goal here is to keep it as simple as possible. Thank you, Mr. Steve. Dad's supporting Dad said just hate them gas fees. Listen, Ethereum is worse. Jesus. This is like some years ago when I was attempting to send or exchange Ethereum or whatever, and I saw the gas fees. I said the devil is a lie. I said the devil is I sure won't. That Ethereum about to sit here, child. I'm not paying that. Oh shoot. Okay. So yeah. So that's the thing. We're focusing on understanding moving forward. Okay. I don't want to use like a whole bunch of like technical jargon. Okay. But I do want to say like this is something important. Whether somebody loves or hates Bitcoin, understanding why it was created really matters. Because informed decisions are better than emotional decisions. We already know what happens when we sit here and we make emotional decisions. More than likely, we regret making that decision because the result is not the one that we wanted, right? It said the heck with BTC. Quan is a proper replacement. That's Phantom. It's been a minute, Phantom Beat. Welcome in. Happy Friday. I ain't seen you in a while. Dead Knight said best way buying crypto, hold money in stablecoin like USDT. When you want to buy Bitcoin, etc., instead of holding on a coin, you get more in return and lose less when the market is volatile. Bruh, he is snoring so loud, y'all. I'm sorry. Fanta B said not USDT, that could be collapsed like a crushed carb or bust USD. Yeah, so Phantom, I'm with you. I switched from storing my like profit or building my stable stash. I stopped using USDT and I store it with USDC now. But that's preference. Okay, that's I'm not here to tell anyone what to do and all that stuff because again, legally I cannot do that. All right, but that's just the owner's preference is USDC to store to build up my stable stash so that way when I want to deploy a specific amount into a specific asset or crypto project, right? I can actually just exchange it from USDC to that crypto and then I'm good to go. And I only have to pay one fee. Okay. And that's just the exchange. That's it. That's all. Okay. So yeah. So there we go. So you lose your shirt with emotions. Absolutely. Absolutely. And this is why we want to focus on here anyway, us having these conversations, feeling comfortable with having the conversations and making sure that, you know, we do our due diligence before we put our money into any market, into any asset, whether that's cryptocurrency, stocks, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Gold, silver, copper, whatever you're going to invest in, SpaceX, right? These ETFs, whatever you're going to put your money in, you need to understand what it is, okay? What product they provide. You know, learn about the team, the people who created, learn about the CEO. There are so many things that you should be you should know before you put your money into anything, okay, in the market. Mario, I see you. Welcome in. Okay. So what I want y'all to do, okay, is write down this question, okay, and then I just want you to research it. What problem was Bitcoin created to solve? If you came in late and you missed it, it's okay. Write it down. What problem was Bitcoin created to solve? I want you to see how many different answers you get to that. How many different ways is explained? And then I want you to write it in your own words. Not somebody else's, yours. I want you to write it in your own words. So this way, if someone asks you, you can answer it your way. Remember how I told y'all, for those of you that were here earlier, I don't use words that are not, when I'm teaching, I attempt to refrain from using words that are not in a person's everyday vocabulary, right? And the reason is because I don't want to speak in a manner where I'm going over your head. I want us to be able to have real deal conversation and you get it. You're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I ask for my experienced crypto investors. Okay, when y'all come in here and you share something, don't just throw out crypto jargon and expect people to get it. These lives are for beginners. So if you say something like whoever the individual was that said like blockchain is an immutable code, right? Or was it Bitcoin? They said it's an immutable code. And I'm like, I don't use that word. I don't. How often do you hear the word immutable used in a conversation? Stay focused. Welcome in. Happy Friday. You know what I'm saying? Depending on your circle. Okay? The people that I talk about, they don't use the word immutable often. So then that means I got to go and Google what does immutable mean, because that's not something that is in my everyday vocabulary. Does that make sense? Could I sit here and start using it often so that way I add it to my vocabulary? Yeah, I could, but dog, that's not for me. I talk how I talk. And the people who come on my lives, they respect that. Because they talk how they talk. And we see each other. Okay? Thank you so very much for the cake slice. You're awesome. Thank you, Crypto Babysitting. I appreciate you. Good evening. Good evening. Stay focused. Okay? All right. So that's it. All right. We want to make sure I'm putting that out there for everybody. Please make sure if you're an experienced crypto investor on my lives, I appreciate you bringing value and giving out information and making sure people know, things about cryptocurrency that I may not be sharing at the time. But please keep the crypto jargon to a minimum. Break it down to where a person who has never ever invested in this market can understand. Okay? I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Move. Thank you for the follow. All right. So now let's talk about what is blockchain. So we kind of touched on it. Okay. We talked about it a little bit earlier. Dad supporting dads. I appreciate you. Right. But I want to tackle it in a way that it's not confusing everybody, because when you hear blockchain, the average person, when I first heard, I was like, what? What is that? I know I'm not the only one. Like, my face just turned up when I heard the word blockchain. Like, what? Okay. So if you crypto baby said honestly, blockchain is so confusing to explain. Yes, it can be. Even when I explain, thank you so very much for the finger heart, dad supporting dads. I appreciate you. Right? Even when I explain it, people say they get it, but I'm a person that's like, I'm attempting to give you a visual, right? So when you heard the word blockchain, right? Did you do like me? Like, were you like, what does that even mean? Like, what does that mean? What are you talking about? Give me the thumbs up emoji if when you heard the term blockchain, you were like, what does that mean? What is that? I've never heard that before. That doesn't make sense. I don't get it. Help me. Help me understand blockchain. Okay? Thumbs up. Right? Said why do you need to know what the word means? Nero, you gotta be trolling. you gotta be trolling. You gotta be trolling. Come on now. Phantom put some stuff in there. He put blockchain, RWAs, remittance, like what? All of that. Like there are so many people who don't understand that. Okay, and it's okay. So we want to do our best to simplify it. I mean, at least attempt to. Okay. So 888 said blockchain is a system that records transactions like having a filing cabinet. You are the first person that I heard use the analogy of a filing cabinet. I got it. Okay. Crypto babysitting put in there blockchain, Web3, decentralized, immutable. That one that peer-to-peer ledger, all that. Right? Listen, we don't want to be. I'm just putting it out here, and I appreciate you, 888, for using that. I love that. As a matter of fact, look, let me pin that. Okay. Over here, I don't like to be bogged down with a whole bunch of terms that I don't know. Like on that, this is no knock on anyone, but when I was on the live stream, the crypto panel on Wednesday on CC Crypto Cheats panel with the gentleman, and there was a lot of stuff that they dropped. I was like, that's what's up, that's what's up, that's what. But then they started talking about some stuff. I was like, what is that? And I saw you in that crypto baby sitting like, what is that? And then people were answering. I was like, oh, okay, because I'm like, shoot, I was about to type, what is that? I don't know what that is. Like, y'all talking about some stuff going over my head, child. Y'all just throwing out some terminology. I don't know what that is. Flawless welcome in. I don't like that. I don't. And that's the reason why I teach what I teach and how I teach. BK Crypto said it's a lot. It is. And Leona typically suggests, hey, follow this person because they're going to talk about some stuff that I probably won't cover because it's a bit too technical. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to take me some time to be able to break it down to where a beginner could understand. And maybe with where they are, that's not something they really should focus on at the moment. They can hear about it, but you hear about it from there. You know what I'm saying? Like, leave that to them. Okay. And I stick to the people who don't know, but want to know how to maneuver in this market in general. Yeah, he said it's stages. Exactly. I'm for the beginners. Thank you so very much for the corgi. I appreciate you, dad support days. Right? I'm here for the beginners. Crypto babysitting for the beginners. Like CC, crypto chick for the beginners. Now she does go a bit into other things, but for the most part, crypto chick for the beginners. You know what I'm saying? Like, right, BK Crypto, pick your lane. That's my lane. I'm for the beginners. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I'm still a student. I haven't been seriously investing as long as like crypto chick. She knocking on 10 years. I've only been investing for 6. Seriously investing for 6. So I'm not about to sit here and be like, oh yeah, no, let me, this me, okay? I'm for beginners. We have our conversation, but I tell you, go check out crypto stock markets, Crypto Glenn, all of these other individuals, people who specifically trade cryptocurrency, Bullish Babe, right? If she come in here, if she's able to come in here, you follow from the live stream though, child. Okay. Blockchain Bullhorn. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at those individuals for that specific stuff. I'm not on here teaching you how to trade cryptocurrency. That's not for me. That's not for me. Okay. Said Crypto Babysitter said, I could even argue that beginner level information is all you need to succeed in crypto. Yeah. Y'all, let me tell you something. The stuff they were talking about on Wednesday, I don't know anything about that. But guess what? I've been able to pay off debt because of my crypto portfolio. I've been able to fix when I used to have my BMW, I was able to pay to get my BMW fixed. So that way I didn't have to like use a credit card because I had profit, okay, in a stable coin. I was able to use that money, that stable coin. I transferred or exchanged it for US dollars, and I was able to use that to pay to get my BMW fixed, right? I've been able to use profit from the cryptocurrency market to invest in gold, silver, and buy into crypto ETFs and companies in the stock market. That stuff, some of the stuff they were talking about on Wednesday, I don't know what that is. But guess what? I've made profit in this market. So, if you want to go down the rabbit hole, by all means, go down the rabbit hole. Okay? There are people that will go take you there. But Leona is not about to go down certain rabbit holes. I go down some, but certain ones I'm like, yeah, that's too much for me, and that's making my head hurt. I don't want to go there. Okay? Nero said, I know exactly what blockchain and Bitcoin is. That's good for you. Okay? Not everybody knows. All right? When Bitcoin was... Okay, yeah. Phantom, I explained RWAs to my cousin like this. We went to a casino and traded his money for poker chips for that value of money. Bam, he got it. Okay, that's a good one. I like that. I'm going to borrow that. Thank you, Phantom, for sharing that. See, good battle buddy. You're a really good battle buddy because you just helped me to explain. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. I love that. Right? So we just going to pick our lane. We're going to stick with it. Okay? So when we talk about blockchain, everybody has their way to explain it. Okay? The way that I understood it initially was, how you have, let's say you have a big notebook, okay? And you record pertinent information, okay? Important information in that book, all right? You could either erase it and then put new information in that book, or you can line through it and initial it and then put new information in that book, right? Well, with the blockchain, it is digital, okay? And you cannot change that information. Once it is stored, it cannot be changed. Okay? It is a system. Blockchain is a system that records transaction after transaction after transaction, and it cannot be changed. It cannot be altered. This is one of the ways to minimize and pretty much eliminate fraud, or not, I wouldn't say fraud, but like manipulation. That's the word I'm thinking of. Manipulation. Right? This is a really great way to minimize and ultimately eliminate manipulation. So I want you to imagine that big notebook that you originally could just write and erase or line through an initial and put new information, right? Imagine that big old book exists across a whole bunch of computers. It's digital and it's being sent through a whole bunch of computers instead of one particular location. So it's not just here with Leona. It's with Leona. It's with the peptide nurse practitioner. It's with crypto babysitting. It's with Phantom Beat. It's with Dead Nights. It's with Dad Supporting Dads. Got it? It's not one person. It's not a single point of failure. Got it? And everyone can see it. It is so clear for everyone to see all the information pertaining to that transaction. So this is the transparency that we have been seeking in our traditional banking system. Got it? Dad Supporting Dad said every transaction is visible forever. 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 Forever, ever? Forever, ever? Yeah, forever. Okay? So there's no manipulation. You can't hide the information. No, it's there. Once it's out there, that's it. Okay? Everybody got it. Do we understand, for those who did not know what blockchain is? Does everyone understand now what blockchain is? Like, do you at least have a little visual? Okay? Let me know in the chat. Thumbs up emoji in the chat if y'all got it. And thumbs up emoji in the chat if you got Bitcoin as well. Let me know. I see y'all. Thank y'all so very much for continuing to tap the screen. We're at 12K. I appreciate y'all. Keep tapping the screen. Help Dad Supporting Dad out. Dad's out by tapping the screen. Share, repost. This is a perfect time to repost. If you have not reposted yet, you can only do it one time. Doing those things here on TikTok tells the algorithm that people are interested in a live stream and that they should send it out to the FYP so other people can come join in and get the same information. I see you. Thank you so very much. Brooke, what's going on? What's going on, Brooke? It's been a minute. That's another young lady that teaches there we go. I pinned. So this is another young lady that teaches us about cryptocurrency, y'all. Like I said earlier, listen, I may not talk about certain things, but Brooke may hit on some stuff that you want to know more about. And she's very proficient in breaking it down to where you can understand it. Guess what? There you go. Okay. Just like I talked about crypto babysitting, crypto stock markets, crypto Glenn, all of these individuals. Give them a follow from the live stream, though, because all them copycat accounts now, I want y'all getting got. And then getting these spam DMs and spam follows and all this stuff. And follow from the live stream. Thank you so very much for the hand. I appreciate you, Brooke. Okay. So now that we have simplified Bitcoin, what it is or why it was created, okay, what problem it was created to solve, we now have a better understanding of blockchain, right? I want to make sure that everyone is aware. None of this is magic, okay? It's simply technology. And with this technology, it's going to work better. It works best when we, the people, understand it. And truth be told, we make more money when we understand it. Am I right or am I right? We make more money when we understand it. Okay? And that's whatever you're investing in. All right? And I will say this, one of the reasons, one of the things I noticed is with beginners struggling, you know, here in the crypto space is because people talk over their head, right? They explain blockchain and Bitcoin in these complicated ways because they want to sound super smart. They want to sound like they're the ones that came up with the idea. Like, if I sound a certain way, they're going to take me more serious. Instead of just, man, listen. This is what it is, right? Meet the people where they are, okay? Not everybody needs to hear the technical terms and all of that jargon and stuff to understand and make money in this market, okay? So at the end of the day, when we keep it simple, when we practice simplicity, right? Say more money, let's go. More money. That's right. You know, when we keep things simple, y'all, we become more confident in what we are doing. Okay? We keep it simple, we become more confident in what we're doing. Brown sugar, what's going on? Brown sugar, babe. What's up, girl? What's up? I feel like doing that when I say it. Brown sugar, babe. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. That's right. Let's go. She like that, y'all. She like that. She like when I sing it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. So look, I do want to tell y'all. I've said this. Thank you so very much for the. Oh, thank you, Brown Sugar. I appreciate you. I hope that tonight, you know, it's helping y'all and you're enjoying yourself. Things are a little more simple for you to understand. It's simple for you to explain the examples that have been given to us on YouTube. Shout out to Phantom and Mr. Steve here on TikTok. And I forgot who the other person was, but the examples that were given to us on how to explain and understand blockchain and Bitcoin and also RWA. Shout out to you, Phantom, on YouTube for that one. Like, use that. Okay, use that and find a way to, if you want to tailor it a bit more easier or simpler, then do that. But at least now you have different ways to explain what Bitcoin is, what blockchain is moving forward. And now you know how to move for you, period, as an investor in this space. Okay. So if you all are good to go and you're enjoying yourself, make sure that on YouTube you've given the thumbs up. Okay, you subscribe and hit that notification bell. For y'all on TikTok, remember I am recording this on YouTube, so if you miss any part of this live stream, you can always go to Prosperity Calls on YouTube, subscribe there, and then you can rewind, fast forward, pause, whatever you feel you need to do. Okay, now I'm gonna give y'all the homework assignment. And hopefully Crypto Babysitting is still here because I'm about to shout her out. Okay. I want you guys to watch one beginner friendly video that's talking about and explaining blockchain. All right. I want y'all to watch one beginner friendly video that is explaining blockchain. Okay. And I want to say, I don't know if Crypto Babysitting is still on here to correct me or not, but I believe it was her page that I saw a short but very simple explanation of blockchain. Okay, that could be on YouTube, TikTok, wherever you find it. The Peptide Nurse. Okay, wherever you find it. But I want to say, I know on TikTok, I believe it was Crypto Babysitting page that I saw it, and I want to say it was last month. She probably gone, but I believe it was her page. But I've gone to a couple of people pages, not a couple. I went to about 10 different pages of people that I follow, and I ain't seen it. So if anybody has seen someone, please put it in the chat to help out your battle buddy. Mr. James, thank you so very much for that heart me. I appreciate you. If anyone knows any YouTube channels or TikTok pages that break down blockchain for beginners, okay, please type it in the chat. Help your battle buddy out. Okay, because I told y'all Crypto Babysitting is one that I saw. I did not see any other people that I follow. Okay, I'm not seeing that. They're more for advanced people. They're more for the advanced people. So, you know, like I don't really follow a lot of beginner crypto educators. So that's why I'm asking y'all to, if you know anyone, type it in the chat. Okay. So at this time, I feel like y'all don't know anybody, maybe, or maybe it takes a little bit of time for you to type it. So I'm going to just go ahead and move on. Okay. But that's your homework assignment. All right. Watch at least one beginner friendly video about blockchain. Okay. If you know somebody, shout out to you, James, and said I've been I joined your fan club for 3 months. Let's go. Let's go. Happy to have you here, Mr. James. All right. But once you watch that video and it makes sense to you, I want you to explain it to somebody else. Yeah. See, we take it a step further. It's not just watch a video. I want you to explain it to someone else. And if they give you this face, you ain't explaining it right. Go back to the drawing board. Go back to the drawing board. Okay? If when you explain it, they hit you with that face, go back. Okay? All right. Okay? It's okay if that person doesn't understand. But be mindful too of the person you're explaining to, because if it's the person that's already like a crypto skeptic and don't really care, it's like all negative about crypto, don't try to explain it to them. Okay, explain it to a person that has shown some type of interest. They may not have put money into the market yet, right? But just explain it to that individual. And if they're like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense, you did a good job. Okay. So if you get the face, go back. Keep studying. All right. And then try again. If they hit you with the, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. You did good. You passed. All right. Ted, I'm not here to be quizzed. What are you talking about? You're on the wrong live. I'm focused right now. So let's talk about some of the beginner mistakes that I personally have experienced as a beginner. Like I told y'all, how I started out. Okay. And then some of the things that I have heard from beginners that I have communicated with. Okay. So oftentimes, because beginners like make the same mistakes over and over again, I want to make sure that at least we have the conversation. And if you know of a mistake that I don't mention, y'all, you can type it in the chat. Okay. Help your battle buddy out. Okay. Help your battle buddy out. Right. So mistake number one, before you buy, you don't understand what you're buying. That is the number one mistake for me personally. I just bought Bitcoin because I was told to buy Bitcoin. Straight up. And this is because I was told by people who were making millions of dollars and like investing in other things. And they started investing, buying into Bitcoin. Like there were two young ladies that I know of personally that have made millions of dollars, right? And they were like, man, I started buying Bitcoin when it was like 3,000 something, whatever, like 37, 3,900, something like that, right? And I was like, what? And at that time, when I started buying, right, it was like my first purchase, Bitcoin was at like $7,900, I want to say. So almost $8,000 per coin. So they started buying when it was 3,000 something. And I was sitting here like, I'm late. So I immediately just bought. Dad supported Dad, said, amen. Yeah. James said, what's the name of the video? The one on crypto babysitting page. I believe it said, what is Bitcoin? But she talks about blockchain. She talks about Bitcoin and blockchain. And I believe it's short. I don't know if crypto babysitting is still here, but if you are, can you tell us like what month? Because I believe it was last month. I'm not sure. But I looked the other day and I was like, that's the only person that I found out of the people I follow on TikTok. That's the only person I found that had a video specifically dedicated to what is Bitcoin, like explaining it simple, and blockchain. Okay. So hopefully that's what you were asking. Cal, thank you so very much for the follow. I appreciate you. All right. Did anybody? Oh, Nero said on YouTube, Nero said CentBee, CentBee is good to watch. Nero, is that good for beginners? And this is YouTube. Okay. All right. I appreciate you, Peptide Nurse. Is that for beginners, Nero? CentBee? show. So Nero said, check out CEN. Okay, yeah. So they said it's for beginners. CENTBEE. I said BEE. Yeah, BEE. Okay, it's good for beginners. All right. So yeah. So thank you. I appreciate you, Nero. Right. So what we want to do is we want to make sure we understand what we are investing in before we put a dime into the market. Okay. So that's one of the biggest beginner mistakes that I've seen. I actually made that mistake as well and everything. Taylor, welcome in. Welcome in. Number two is investing emotionally. We were talking about that earlier, right? Where we wanted to make sure that we take the time to be students, right? And then as we are students of the market, we can now make more informed decisions, okay? We can make more informed decisions, and we are less likely, not we eliminate, but less likely, right, to make an emotional decision that we're going to regret later. Okay? These videos are on YouTube. Yes, my videos are on YouTube. Who is that? Mr. James. My videos are on YouTube, and that's Prosperity Cause as well. Okay, so it's Prosperity Cause here on TikTok, and then it's Prosperity Cause on YouTube as well. And then CENTBEE, CENTBEE, was a suggestion for beginners to check out as well by Nero here on YouTube. Okay. I'm not a hoarder of information, y'all. You can always go check out other people. I strongly suggest it as well. Okay. I am champion. Welcome in. Happy Friday. I almost said it. I had to catch myself. Happy Friday. Hope you're having a good evening. All right. Mistake number 3 for my beginners. Okay. Mistake number 3 for my beginners is following the hype train. Following the hype train, not doing the research, and just buying just because the mass majority are saying to buy. Now, I'm about to go back to SpaceX because SpaceX had their IPO today, right? Some of y'all were not here earlier when I was asking who bought some SpaceX shares today during the IPO, when they IPO. I'm curious because I would like to know why. Did anybody buy shares today of SpaceX? Because I'm curious to know why. I'm going to take that as a no. I see y'all. No. Okay, Dad supported. Dad said nope. I am champion. I didn't. Waiting. Okay. The peptide. No, I was told to run from the hype. So that means you guys y'all are on it. Y'all are on it. And I brought it up earlier because I noticed that the high for today, right? I got you crypto stock markets. And I'm not gonna be much longer anyway on this one. So I noticed today that the high, right, price went up to, I'm pulling it up now, 176. Shucks. So it's like 176 and some change. Okay, $176 and some change. But it closed today at 160. So for my people who decided, oh man, I didn't get to invest before it IPO, I want to buy today, right? Because I don't want to miss out. That is an emotional decision, right? Yes or no? That's an emotional decision, right? Because now, if more than likely you are down, possibly, okay? I'm not saying, but if you bought today and you weren't able to get it as soon as they IPO, right? The opening price was 1 149. So if you didn't get it between 149-ish and that 160, you are more than likely down today on that one particular stock. Okay? So if you didn't get it in between those two, you're more than likely down. Why would you do that? That would have been an emotional decision. Now, if you were that person that crypto stock market said 150, okay? So if that's that person that got it 150, okay, cool. I just hope for your sake that you are ready to ride the wave, because there could be a possibility, okay, that the price is going to go down even more, because the people that's been putting money in for years, they want to take some more profit. You know what I'm saying? Now, is that a guarantee? Absolutely not. The reason I brought that up, though, is because the conversation surrounding SpaceX has been going on for so long, it's been hyped up, right? Then you have the valuation. You know, what was it today? They said it ended up being 1.77 trillion, right? I believe that's what I saw. Okay, so it's been hyped up for quite some time. So now you better hope if you are not in a position to take on that level of risk, seeing price drop, okay, you better hope that it goes up. Because if you can't emotionally, mentally take watching it go down before it bounces back, okay, if you can't take that, then you shouldn't have jumped in on the initial day of it IPOing. That's with anything that we invest in, y'all. We don't need to follow the hype. We need to make sure we know what we're investing in, why we're investing in, and what problem it's going to solve. How is it going to help us or how is it going to improve our life in any capacity? What do we know about the CEO, the creator, the team when we're talking about cryptocurrency? What do we know about them? Right? Are they upstanding people? Do they have morals and values aligned with us? Or are they crooks? Because if you invest in people who have a history of scamming people, taking people, mistreating people, then more than likely you're going to get took. Everybody got it? So that's the third mistake that I see beginners make when we talk about investing, and that does not apply just to cryptocurrency. That's in general. The fourth mistake I see specifically talking about crypto is thinking crypto is like your master rescue plan. What are we doing? Crypto is not going to save you. It's not. It's not going to save you if, okay, you do not have a really good relationship with money already. It's not. It's not going to save you, because you're going to make the same mistakes that you make with your money that you earn day in, day out. If you have a spending problem, guess what? You're going to mess around and tap into that money or those assets that you're supposed to be holding for the long term. You're going to end up selling it possibly at a loss because you have a spending problem. Does that make sense to everybody? Am I right or wrong with what I'm saying? If I'm wrong, let me know. If I'm right, let me know. Dad supported Dad said, and a balanced portfolio to guard against volatility. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So with us having these conversations, y'all, it's because I really want y'all to win. When I say a person is my battle buddy, I'm not saying that just because it sounds good. No, I'm saying that because I still live by that to this day. I may have been retired for 5 years now, but that doesn't mean that I don't want people to win, and I don't want people being left behind when I have information. Okay? And hopefully you are that person that's like me. You don't want to have people left behind because you just like, okay, I made it to the top and now I'm pull the ladder up. We're not those people over here. If that's the way that you think, I'm definitely not for you. I'm telling you now. I'm definitely not for you. If you're the person that get to the top and then you pour the ladder up behind you so nobody else can come up, You don't reach your hand back so it can grab the people who want to move forward. We're not waiting for the people who don't want to move forward. Now, I'm not saying it. I'm saying reaching back for the people who want to move forward. That's the type of time we on in here. If that's not the type of time you on in here, we're not for you. Okay. Thank you so very much. 9 years. Let's go. Were you Army, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard? I have to remember to say Coast Guard, Marines. Which branch were you? Dad supported dads. Thank you, Crypto Babysitter, for the rose. Hey, me too. I said, whoa, let's go. T-Rex, I see you. Welcome in. Happy Friday. But yeah, so this is the reason why I say my battle is like, we don't leave anybody behind. Okay? The mentality here within this group, within this crypto group, okay? We make sure each other's good. We share information that the other one may not have. Okay? We share whether we know they have it or not. Just like I know there are some people who know what Bitcoin is, why it was created. Okay, what problem it was created to solve. I know there are people who know that, but I also know there are people who don't know that. So therefore, we're going to have the conversation. I know there are people who know what blockchain is and can explain it, but I also know there are people who don't know what blockchain is and definitely cannot explain it. So that's why we had a conversation, right? We don't want to assume somebody knows something. Cool? So I want y'all to think about like the first time someone or you heard about Bitcoin, right? Was it because people were talking about like folks getting rich in the crypto space? When you first heard about cryptocurrency or Bitcoin or whatever, whichever cryptocurrency, right? Did you hear about it because people were talking about, oh yeah, such made this much. I made 10 stacks. This person made 15. Is that how you were introduced to crypto? How were y'all introduced to cryptocurrency? If you can type it real quick, how were you introduced to cryptocurrency? Type it in the chat real quick. Like, what type of language were they using? Because the guy that told my husband about us telling us that we should trade crypto is because I think he said he made 15K or something like that. Don't quote me on that. But I know he said he made a bunch of money. And I was just like, oh, okay. You know, I wasn't like, oh, yeah. I was just like, okay. You know, let's see. I was Army. I was like stressed out and I had a whole bunch of stuff going on at the time, but I was still willing to at least look. But how was y'all introduced? Say, yeah, that it's life-changing overall. Okay, I got you. That's cool. So yeah, I mean, you know, but there were some people, and I did hear some people talking about like investing in meme coins and stuff. Pretty much like this is the fastest way for you to get rich. And I did hear a few, not a lot, but a few people talking about that with Bitcoin. You know, Bitcoin is going to make you rich. Bitcoin is going to be the thing that's going to make the most millionaires, right? That's something that I heard, okay? But this is why we need to have the education, right? And sharing the information. Because that hype that is being created also triggers emotional decisions when we talk about our money. So the more education we have, the more we are likely to make informed decisions. We deploy our money better, calmly, and balanced, like Dad supporting Dad said. Right? Said there are so many shillers on social media all selling pipe dreams. And I don't like that. I don't like that, like the lifestyle marketing and stuff or whatever. Like, y'all, enough of that. Just share the information. If people want to do whatever it is you're doing, they'll do it. We don't need all the fake, you know, glitz and the glamour and stuff, because we already know folks are going to show you what they want to show you on social media. So a lot of this stuff ain't real anyway. That's why we have the conversation and my focus is like, yo, like, let's just say where we get the information from. You know what I'm saying? And then we had a conversation. That's it. And then you could choose to either take what we share on these live streams and apply it, or say, you know what? No, it's not for me. That's it. You know, that's it. Because remember, y'all, in 2026 here, what we're doing, this group, my battles, right? What we're doing is we're focusing on intention. We're moving with intention with every single penny. Do you hear me? We're moving with intention with every single penny. So we're choosing education over anything. At the end of the day, say wait till we get close to a bull run. It's gonna be all fake news and hype and paid promos. Absolutely. And then they're gonna be like, I told y'all that you should have bought Bitcoin and da da da. Meanwhile, that same person that said I told y'all you should have bought Bitcoin, they've been quiet this entire bear market. They talking about something totally different. They ain't talking about crypto right now. Pay attention to those folks that go silent and don't talk about crypto during the bear market. But as soon as prices are looking up, right? Thank you so very much for the Go Pops Dad supported ads, right? As soon as the prices are looking up and we're starting to see more consistent green days, then they're going to start going back live. Then they're going to start posting content again. Then they're going to be offering you their course and calling themselves diamond hands. You know what I'm saying? That's when they're going to pop up. That's when you're going to see, and real talk, y'all, this is when you're going to see, like Crypto Babysitting said, you're going to see a lot of scammers pop up too. Those crypto trading platforms, they're going to become popular again. They're going to be new names, new CEOs, all of that. They're going to start popping back up, y'all. So you need to make sure you pay attention to that. Listen to the language that people are using. Okay? When they start talking about the word opportunity, I can't stand that word now. Like, I use it here and there, but I barely use it. Because when I hear the word opportunity, depending on who it's coming from, that always equals some type of like network marketing, some type of, company where they pretty much make money off of you. She said guidance, insiders, yes, team, leaders, you know what I'm saying? Even the word mentor irritates me because they use it so loosely. They use it so loosely, y'all. I just be like, Jesus, everybody's not a mentor. Okay, thank you, Maple, for the follow. Everybody's not a mentor. Everybody's not a leader. Okay, guru, coach. That's another one that's being abused today too. Y'all notice that? Everybody's a coach now. I don't want to say everybody, but there are so many coaches today. That one is irritating me too because I'm like, are you really a coach? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. So yeah, just pay attention to that stuff, y'all. Moving forward, we're in a bear market. Okay, it takes said coaching you to failure. Hello. coaching you to bankruptcy, child. You gonna mess around, all your money gonna be gone. Because they have these masterminds where they charging you tens of thousands of dollars, child, saying that they gonna show you exactly how they built their portfolio, how they got all this. Child, if you don't get out my face with your mastermind, get out my face. Up out my face, like Mariah said. Up out my face. I don't want to hear it. Said, no Madoff 100. Come on. We don't need any more Bernies out here. We good. Okay? Enough of it. I'm sick of you. All right. So listen, on Tuesday, I got to get myself back focused so that way I can join crypto stock markets. So on Tuesday, I'll be back 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, right? I'll be live. We're going to talk about how experienced investors typically think during uncertain economic times, especially like right now where it's just kind of up and down. 1 minute the war is over, the next minute, we about to blow the place up. 1 minute we got a deal on the horizon, the next minute, we still in oil, and the Apaches are getting shot down. Which one is it? Are we in a war or not? Are we in a ceasefire or not? Like, Where are we, child? I just make it make sense. So we want to talk about, okay, how the experienced investors maneuver during those type of times. Okay, that conversation quite possibly, might change how some people view investing. Okay, quite possibly. He said they go. Peptide said they going to jail now. Cybersecurity is on it. I'm glad. I am, because it's too many. I've seen in the past, I think it's month, I've seen 3 different people getting hemmed up by the feds and getting sentenced. Okay, going to jail for these real estate scams. Like, I've seen 3 lately, definitely in the past month. And I'm like, what are y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on? Like, the amount of energy you put into scamming people, you could have made something legitimate. The type of system you set up and the people you have roped into helping you to scam folks, you could have made something legit. Granted, it probably wouldn't give you the amount of money as fast as you got it, but guess what? Fast money ain't always good money, because just as fast as you get it, it's just as fast as you can lose it. You know what I'm saying? Right. He said they would have plenty of time to think about it. They sure will, because I saw one couple, they got 40 years each. Both of them got 40 years. Yes, that's the one I'm talking. That's the one I just saw. I literally just saw that one Tuesday, I think. Peptide. Yep, it was a couple. I literally just saw that one. Well, not just saw, but like Tuesday. Yep. Said, but at least you don't go to prison. Look, I would rather sit here and take my time. You know what I'm saying? We're building a community, building people's trust. We are sharing information. We are growing together, and we're making money together. Granted, it may not be tens of thousands in a day or in a week, but guess what? I don't care about that if we all winning together, because I can sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? I ain't looking over my shoulder. She said, I worked in a prison. No, thank you. Hello. I don't need how to listen. I don't see Scared Straight. I don't watch. What's that movie with Master P? And oh my gosh, whatever that movie traumatized me. It's a hood classic. But was it Lockdown, I think? I would not suggest anybody watch that movie. You know what I'm saying? But when I watch that movie, it's like, this is what I child, you can do anything around me, because if they come ask me, I'm singing, I'm telling it all, and I'm letting you know in advance, do not do anything illegal around me. Attempt to do anything illegal around me, because I'm gonna tell you, get your butt on, because if it come down between me and you, and I am asked a question, I ain't lying for you, and I'm not going to jail for you. So don't even think about it. He said you gonna eat your cornbread. Come on, we ain't lifing over here. Absolutely not. I don't want to be like Claude. You know what I'm saying? Old and gotta sit. No, absolutely not. Okay, 40 years to take some people money that you could have just made. Child, miss me with all that. Miss me with all that. All right, so look, I'm gonna do this last part, okay? Because I got my notes to keep me on track. So I do want to address the question, because I do get this, like, people are asked, well, should everybody hold Bitcoin, right? And do I feel like everyone should invest in cryptocurrency? I feel like you should have some exposure, yes. But I don't feel like you should invest in something just because everyone says that you should invest in it. You should know why you're investing in it. There should be a plan and a reason why. I know that that's not the example or the answer that people expect me to say, because I'm talking about cryptocurrency and I'm pro crypto. And, I'm definitely all for holding Bitcoin and not selling it and all that stuff. I got it. But it's true. I don't think everyone should buy Bitcoin. I don't think everyone should buy stocks. I don't think everyone should buy real estate. I feel like your investments should align with your goals, period. And it should align with your risk tolerance, because not everybody is comfortable with the level of risk that comes with investing in cryptocurrency. I know a millionaire specifically that was in the army with me, that was my supervisor, right? He's a millionaire. And I asked him, like, why don't you invest in crypto? Just curious, and he's like, listen, it's too much smoke to get my earnings. I'm good. He invests in real estate. He owns businesses, right? He invests in other businesses. He does invest in the tax liens, like he buys those and sells and all that stuff. Like, he makes his money in different ways. And he's like, that's just too much for me. So again, and you should be investing based on your knowledge. That's one thing. That's the one thing that I heard over and over and over again from Warren Buffett. And pretty much every interview that I watched, right? He always talks about you investing in what you understand and what you know. And if there is something that you don't know, seek out the people that are proficient or that can be considered experts in that particular asset class or whatever. Seek them out, pick their brain if they allow you, right? And then make a decision, but keep those people close, right? And then also, I feel like you invest it, you should be investing based on your financial readiness. If your money is moving funny, dog, you shouldn't be sitting here talking about you about to invest in cryptocurrency. This is a really risky asset. Like, why in the world, if you know you're living paycheck, you're talking about, I'm about to put my money into this meme coin because my homeboy made 15K in 2021. Dog, you serious? You can't afford to put your money into no meme coin. You can't afford to put your money into the SpaceX IPO last minute. You can't afford to do that if you live in paycheck to paycheck. Like, let's be real. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. Saga City, welcome in. Happy Friday. Right? Like, I know y'all, these are not answers that you would like to hear, but I mean, the truth is the truth. Would you rather somebody lie to you and sugarcoat, stuff and get you to put your money into it just for you to mess around and sell at a loss, right? Or just flat out lose out because you invested in a dud? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Keep it real. Like, you want somebody to lie to you, you want them to tell the truth. Type it in the chat. What you want? If you want somebody to lie to you, make you feel good, go ahead. Put that in the chat. Type the word lie, L-I-E. Type it in the chat. But if you want somebody to tell you the truth, even if it hurts, then type the word truth in the chat. I want to see who I'm talking to. And don't type truth just because it sounds good. Because if you know you're a person that likes to be lied to, man, own that. That's who you are. You want to live in your bubble. You want to live in your bubble. You want to believe that, okay, I should be investing right now. I should be buying Bitcoin right now. It's 63,000 per coin. I mean, last month it was 80K, right? I should be buying right now. No, you shouldn't if you live in paycheck to paycheck. You say people out here playing the lottery. Absolutely. You out here gambling. What are we doing? We don't gamble over here. That's the quickest way to get punched in the face, punched in the throat, get your windpipe knocked out. Like, seriously, that's the quickest way to sit here and blow your money. And it's going to hurt. And don't get me started on the people who call themselves trading. And you just throwing money at the market. And you have no idea what you're doing. You haven't seen your trading system work. You don't have the data to tell you that your trading system, your trading strategy is effective in the market for where we are today. Serge, welcome in. Happy Friday. But yet you sitting here throwing money that you don't have into a brokerage and calling yourself trading cryptocurrency. What are we doing? You over here going to Blowfin and opening an account and you don't know what the heck you're doing. because you watched a couple of videos or a couple of live streams and you think, okay, that's easy, I could do that. No. Don't do that. I know I got off topic, y'all. I'm sorry. But I had to say it. Okay, you said quick money, go fast. Absolutely. Right? So this is why we need to understand what we're doing. So that way we're more confident and we're less likely. Thank you so very much for the TGIF. I appreciate you, Serge. But this is why we need to understand what we're investing in before we put money in the market. Because the more we know, the more we understand, right? The more we can lean on data. We have historical data to help us out. We can make better decisions with our money. And then we see greater returns over a long period of time. Got it? Everybody got it? So final thing, I want y'all to make sure that one, you research, this is your homework, right? One, you research Bitcoin's origin story. Like, you need to know why it was created. What problem was it meant to solve? Okay, research blockchain. Remember, I said look into at least one video that explains blockchain for beginners, and then I want you to be able to explain it to someone. If their face goes like this, that means you need to go back and study some more. If their face is like, oh, okay, then that means you did good. Now you move on to the next thing, okay? All right. Write down why you want to invest in crypto or why you are investing in crypto. Okay? Write it down. And if you have not done it yet, go ahead and complete that crypto beginner checklist. It's totally free. You can click the link in my bio on TikTok, or you can click the link on the in the description box on YouTube. Okay? There you go. Totally free. It's going to ask you some questions. It's going to help you to identify if crypto is indeed for you and if you should start investing right now or if you need to hold fast. Okay? Because you got to get some stuff in order first. Okay? All right. So we have talked about a bunch tonight. If you miss any part of the live stream, for my people on TikTok, you can go to YouTube. That's Prosperity Calls on YouTube. You can check it out there. You can rewind, fast forward, whatever. And then, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Hit the notification bell if you haven't done that yet. And then I will see y'all on Tuesday. Okay, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Pacific. We'll be back talking about cryptocurrency and how investors, the experienced investors, maneuver times like this when there's uncertainty in the market. All right. So thank y'all so very much for all the taps, the likes, the shares, the reposts, the comments, subscribing. I appreciate y'all. And hopefully y'all have a really great night. All right. I'll see y'all on Tuesday. Bye, y'all.